guys, today we are working on a 2015 GMC Sierra 1500, roughly 166,000 miles. We are looking at about 740 misfires on cylinder 6. We've got one on cylinder 1, so that's not a huge concern of mine. Looks like we've got one on cylinder 5 as well. That's not a huge concern of mine because that could be because of bad fuel, just random crappiness. It doesn't matter really. One isn't our issue. That 740 though, that is most definitely our issue. So we're gonna go and run through some compression testing, and I'll show you guys how to do that. All right, so to do this, typically you disconnect the battery, but we're gonna need the battery connected to do our compression testing. But what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take off this intake, take off the air cleaner box, get it out of our way, because I'm gonna need to get in on the side to disconnect the coils, the ignition coils, the plugs, the spark plugs, and take out all the spark plugs themselves.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Now that we've got the spark plug wires out, we're gonna use a 5/18 spark plug socket. The difference between this socket and a regular socket, not only are you able to stick a wrench on the outside of it, you can see it right there, but it's got a little rubber. You can't really see inside, but there's a little rubber piece in there that actually holds on to the spark plug. So when you go to take it out, the spark plug stays inside and it's easy to take out.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Max Shine, you running too damn slow. Speed up, long head bitch.
Here we have the spark plugs we took out. I've labeled them. I spun them around, that's why they're kind of backwards here. But the driver's side bank is your 1357. Your passenger side is your 2468, your even side. So we were having a cylinder 6 misfire. So that'd be this one. I'll get you guys a picture of it. And we'll dive into what each one of these look like, as well as what bad spark plugs look like, and how the difference in the coloring and maybe the damage on it, what it means. Here we have our fuse box. It is located on the driver's side. You've got this cross piece here. It's right up on the driver's side front fender. We're going to go ahead and remove the cover. It just has 2 clips that you pull out. That comes out, that comes out. Pull them back. It just lifts out like that, and then pulls out like that. Make sure you lift it up enough. If you hit the top, this bar right here, you're probably high enough, and just pull it out like that. So now that we've removed our fuse cover, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the fuse and relay for the fuel pump. Right here you have a 20 fuse, and then you got a relay here. So that's the fuse for your fuel pump, that's your relay for your fuel pump. We're just going to go ahead, take that out. I just gently rock back and forth. There's no real trick to it. You're not supposed to use metal to do this, but especially when the battery's connected. But as long as you're not sticking it in the hole, you're fine. Next, I'm going to actually remove these 220s right here, because those are for your injector. One side is your odd numbers, the other is your even. So we're going to go ahead and pull those. That way we know that there is absolutely no fuel entering the system at all. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to connect a battery charger to the battery, because we're going to be cranking it a little bit. And it's obviously not going to be turning on and turning the alternator on. This little cap will probably fall off, just like you saw. But all it does is it just goes on there and pivots on there. So if it comes off, that's fine, just set it aside. Now we got the positive there, negative over here. Here we've got our little Black & Decker battery jump box. It plugs in 120 volt, so there's no battery in it. But we're going to check the battery voltage. Looking at 12.2 right now. You can click engine start, and it's putting 15 amps to the battery right now, but we don't really need that. So we're just going to hit the charge button. It's going to put it up to 15 amps. Oh, looks like it's doing a bit more. I know the battery wasn't doing too well when it was trying to start. We've got our compression tester zeroed out. Clicking the button on the side to release any pressure, and it just looks like it wants to just sit right there. So we'll let it do that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cycle it a few times. It shouldn't start. If it does, it won't.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Coming back to look at our compression tester, it looks like it's about 190 psi. That's good. We like that, but I'll post a better picture for y'all, and we will just go ahead and add it to our sheet, and I'll start tallying it up on the side. So I added them up. Our high was 210, our low was 185, and that's only on one cylinder. Well, you typically don't want a variance or a deviation of more than about 10%, but still that looks kind of weird. It's weird that it's cylinder number 2, as we haven't had any misfires there. But I added up the 7 good ones, and I came to 203.5 for our average PSI. So I divided 185 by 203.5, and I got 0.909, which gives us a 9.1 percentage difference. If my math is wrong, look, I'm a mechanic because I'm stupid, not because I'm smart. But either way, till there's something's wrong. What do you think, Sunny Girl? Head gasket or piston rings? My thoughts too. Sunny Girl.